Your roadmap to the latest in auto. Welcome to Highway Herald. Today we're diving into the electric vehicle revolution. While governments and businesses once pushed for electrification, the reality of EVs is proving more complicated. Increasingly, cities and regions are imposing bans or restrictions on these vehicles. And it's not just about fire hazards. In this video, we'll explore the 7 key reasons why certain places are pushing back against electric vehicles, unpacking the factors behind these decisions and what it means for the future of EVs. Reason number 7. Fire risks. EV fires spark serious concerns. A major reason behind the ban of electric vehicles in certain areas is the fire risk posed by their lithium-ion batteries. EV fires can be especially dangerous due to a phenomenon known as thermal runaway, where the fire spreads quickly to adjacent cells. Traditional firefighting methods like water or foam are ineffective at cooling the battery, and water can even trigger hazardous reactions, releasing toxic gases like hydrogen fluoride. In China's Zhejiang province, businesses, including luxury hotels, have implemented strict measures to reduce this risk. Some have banned EVs from parking in enclosed garages, directing drivers to outdoor spots instead. One hotel's security manager stated that parking EVs indoors was too risky due to the nature of EV fires and limited firefighting resources. This concern is not unique to Zhejiang. Cities like Guangzhou have seen multiple EV fires, prompting businesses worldwide to rethink how they manage EVs in high-risk areas. Reason number 6. Underground garages. When EVs go underground, so do the dangers. Underground garages are among the most dangerous environments for EV fires. These confined spaces lack ventilation, making it difficult to control the blaze. As the fire spreads, gases from burning lithium-ion batteries can quickly fill the area, endangering nearby vehicles and lives. The intense heat also threatens the building's structural integrity. A notorious example occurred in South Korea, where an EV fire in an underground garage damaged over 140 vehicles and left the building without power for days. In response, authorities imposed new regulations, such as banning charging EVs beyond 90% capacity in underground garages and tightening public charging station inspections. Even cities like Paris and New York are reconsidering their policies and exploring potential bans on EV parking in these high-risk spaces. This shift underscores the growing recognition that underground garages pose a significant vulnerability in the EV landscape. Reason number 5. Wyoming's stand on EVs, a political and economic shift. Fire safety concerns are a significant factor in the growing resistance to EVs, but political and economic issues also play a crucial role. In Wyoming, a state with deep ties to the oil and gas industry, lawmakers have proposed restricting EV sales. While these proposals are often more symbolic than legislative, they reflect a broader resistance to electrification in states where fossil fuels dominate the economy. The oil and gas industry remains central to Wyoming's economic structure, and the rise of EVs threatens this foundation. This opposition goes beyond protecting the fossil fuel sector. It's also driven by practicality. Wyoming's vast rural landscape and limited access to charging infrastructure make EV adoption difficult. Issues like range anxiety and the lack of charging stations make EVs unfeasible in rural areas. These practical challenges, combined with the state's reliance on fossil fuels, could lead to more formal bans or restrictions on EVs in the future. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Now let's explore reason number 4. EVs in Australian hospitals. Safety concerns in critical spaces. In Australia, some of the most concerning bans are taking place in healthcare facilities, including hospitals. Hospitals, where people's lives are often at stake, are especially vulnerable when it comes to the risks posed by lithium-ion batteries in EVs. These batteries can go into thermal runaway, causing extreme temperatures and toxic fumes, dangers that are difficult to control in the fast-paced, high-stress environment of a hospital. Monash Health, one of Australia's leading healthcare providers, has voiced concerns about the safety of EVs in their parking areas, advocating for temporary bans until more effective fire suppression systems are implemented. With patients often being elderly or in critical condition, evacuating them in the event of an EV fire would be a logistical nightmare. Hospitals, which rely on traditional water-based fire suppression systems, are woefully unprepared for the unique dangers posed by these kinds of fires. Until these facilities can update their infrastructure to handle EV fire risks, the temporary bans remain in place. Reason number 3. Switzerland's winter restrictions, a tough balancing act. Switzerland, with its reliance on imported electricity from countries like France and Germany, has faced the dilemma of balancing energy demand with the growing number of electric vehicles on the road. To manage energy consumption and avoid blackouts, the country has instituted winter driving restrictions on EVs. These restrictions limit driving to essential trips only, aiming to reduce the overall electricity consumption during peak winter months. This situation raises important questions about the future of EVs, particularly in areas that don't have sufficient domestic energy resources. How sustainable is full electrification in places where the energy infrastructure isn't fully capable of supporting it? Switzerland's approach to managing energy demand during the winter months serves as a reminder that reliable energy supply is just as crucial to EV adoption as the vehicles themselves. Reason number 2, Norway's EV restrictions, a cold, hard truth. Norway, a country that leads the charge in EV adoption, has begun imposing restrictions on electric vehicles in its remote regions. While EVs perform well in urban areas, the harsh winters of Norway create significant challenges. Cold temperatures drain battery power quickly, reducing driving range significantly. In rural regions where charging stations are few and far between, long-distance driving becomes a risky proposition. Norway has responded by advising its citizens to rely on traditional combustion engine vehicles for longer trips, especially in remote areas. This shift in policy underscores a critical reality. Even in the most EV-friendly countries, the limitations of electric vehicles in extreme conditions cannot be ignored. Norway's challenges with EVs in cold climates are a wake-up call for other nations considering full electrification. Reason number 1, EV reliability in remote areas, the elephant in the room. While safety concerns dominate the EV debate, the practical reliability of electric vehicles in remote and rural areas remains a major issue. With long charging times and limited infrastructure, EVs struggle to meet the needs of drivers in sparsely populated regions. This challenge is particularly evident in places like Wyoming and Norway, where the lack of charging stations and the difficulties of long-distance travel in cold weather amplify the limitations of electric vehicles. In countries with vast landscapes and unpredictable climates, EVs aren't a viable option for many residents. Until charging infrastructure is expanded and technology improves, regions like these will continue to resist full EV adoption. The verdict: are electric vehicles truly ready for the future? After exploring the reasons behind the restrictions and bans on electric vehicles, it's clear that the road to widespread adoption is fraught with obstacles. While EVs offer a promising future, there are still significant hurdles to overcome. Whether it's fire risks, challenges with charging infrastructure, or the difficulties posed by extreme weather conditions, these issues must be addressed for EVs to become a mainstream solution. Manufacturers, policymakers, and energy providers must work together to find solutions that address these challenges. For electric vehicles to truly be a sustainable and practical option for all, we need continued advancements in safety, reliability, and infrastructure. So, what do you think about the current state of electric vehicles? Do these issues raise concerns for you, or do you believe these are just growing pains in the evolution of EV technology? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to Highway Herald to stay updated on the latest vehicle news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.